What's up, beautiful people? Jen here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenna Lee, the internet's girl next door, aka Jen Sparkly, commander of the Sparkle Army. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out in my little corner of the internet. I hope you'll stay. I'm a lot of fun. So I know that I covered this in this weekend's Sparkle, but being that I am still a new creator on this platform and someone trying to meet and network and grow and build, I found this whole situation to be really interesting from a lot of perspectives. I'm talking about TanaCon. Why did it fail? What can we learn from it? Now, just to give an overhead, I know that I kind of went into a little bit of detail about it, but I'm going to give a little bit of a blow-by-blow here as far as what transpired and how it went from the most promising convention to an absolute cluster you-know-what in a matter of hours. Now, the morning of Friday, fans started lining up at 6 a.m. to get in, and the management company Good Times did not show up and start taking pre-registration until 10 a.m. Now, we know that Tana has 3.5 million followers. So we know that just based on people who want to see her alone, she's going to have a huge turnout. She's also locked down Ricky Dillon, Miranda Sings, Bella Thorne, and Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson has like 12 million subs. I'm sure Bella Thorne has several million herself because she has a lot of crossover appeal. And we know Miranda Sings has millions as well. And I know Ricky Dillon does too. So, obviously, concessions need to be made. Space allowance needs to exist. And none of those things were going on. It was blisteringly hot because it's California in June. And there was, of course, no shade, no awnings to stand under, no water for sale, no water provided by the hotel or the convention or the management company, Good Times. Tickets averaged between $75 and $80 a piece. Tana started this convention based on the fact that she felt she had been done wrong at VidCon last year. Now, VidCon had been bought out by Viacom. This year, people were interested to see how it would feel, if it would be different than prior installments of the convention because of this. And Tana decided to create this, in her own words, as a fuck you to VidCon. Her exact quote, "I wanted a con for bad bitches. TanaCon will be nothing but bad bitches." So clearly it's going to be, from the jump, an intellectual gathering of only the best and brightest. The best and brightest bad bitches, of course. So, 10 o'clock, you've got the management people coming out for pre-registration. It was around 1 o'clock. Sun was blistering. People had still not made it in to the hotel. People were reporting that people were fainting, feeling faint, feeling nauseous. People at this point had been tired of waiting for hours and hours and hours at this point in the blistering LA sun. I'm sorry, Anaheim sun, before someone tries to correct me. And people were wanting refunds, naturally. One fan said, TanaCon is fucking better and VidCon fucked up. TanaCon is like such an improvement and like I'm proud of her. When asked what she enjoyed about TanaCon, this fan replied, well, I haven't been in yet, but like I'm sure it's gonna be better. Needless to say, that quote is representative of pretty much all of the quotes gathered about this event. It's great. I'm so effing proud. F this, F that. But I haven't actually been in or seen anything yet. The pre-registered fans got bum rushed by thousands and thousands of unregistered fans as they descended upon the parking lot where registration was taking place. They tried to rush the door. We had incidents of people using and reusing other people's wristbands or tickets. Things got progressively worse from there. Tana tried to take to social media to calm people's fears, and as the day went on, those updates kind of ceased because she was probably in over her head. Besides the mobs, minimal space in the hotel was another massive issue here. For this convention, and now let me run this down one more time. Tana Mongeau, 3.5 million followers. Shane Dawson, 12 million. And probably a good 10 to 15 million between Bella Thorne, Ricky Dillon, and Miranda Sings. I know that all 12 million aren't going to show up, but it's a safe assumption that you're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands. That's a safe bet. So inside this hotel, the only space allotted for TanaCon was a ballroom that seated close to about 1,000 people. And across the hall, there was a room with space for about 50 people, but that was where you could buy the $150 to $300 pieces of Tana merch. So you couldn't stay there. Teenagers, as most of her fan base is teenage, as they're wont to do, when they realized that there were zero activities and they were having really no interaction with creators, what do you think they did? They got bored. And so they spilled out of that area of the hotel and started wandering into other areas of the hotel that had already been promised that TanaCon goers would not enter. So now there's a security concern as you've got teenagers and con goers wandering all areas of this hotel and not enough security to cover it all. Moving on, the people who were pre-registered would get shifted into another ballroom where they would sit and sit and sit. One fan said, "We keep getting switched to different rooms. Nobody knows what's going on." Fans were overtaking a lot of other areas of the Anaheim Marriott Suites to the point that once that overfilled, the target in that area got hit as thousands of teenagers converged in this target because there's no more room in the hotel. They're tired of standing out in this parking lot after 8 hours in the blistering sun. They want some AC. They want some water. They're miserable. It was a cluster, you know what. Now, after that evening, Tana again, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Shane Dawson tweets out, "This is a security concern. I don't want to go back tomorrow, so I'm not gonna." This absolutely just snowballs as countless fans by the thousands were reiterating, "Shane, I paid $77 to see you. I did not come for anyone else. I came to see you. If you don't show up, I'm going to be mad." There are people who want their money back for obvious reasons. And it has just snowballed and snowballed, and to the point where people are comparing it to the Fire Festival. And we all know what happened there. So, what went wrong? 2 months is not time enough to plan a convention of this size. And the fact that Tana thought it was at all plausible is indicative of her lack of life experience, lack of adult working experience. I'm not knocking her. She's a baby. She has not had real employment outside of talking to a camera like I'm doing right now. So she had no real understanding of anything other than appearing at cons. So to put her in charge of booking, security, anything, convention layouts, mapping, vendors, activities, all of those things have to be taken into consideration. And she is not capable of handling that kind of output. She can't do it, especially not in 2 months. Maybe if you gave her a year with a team, she could. There was no space. You had kids packed into parking lots for 8 hours just waiting to pre-register for a ticket, only to be shuttled into another small room and then into another small room before finally being shown into a third small room where, bada bing, bada boom, that's it. This is TanaCon, a tiny room with other people that you've already stood in line with. What else? Not enough creators. If you want to have an all-day event, all-day Friday, all-day Saturday, you can't run on half a dozen creators. You just can't. It's not fair to those creators to expect them to carry the load, and it's not fair to your paying audience to have 5, 6, 7, even 10 creators fill in, 8 hours a day? That's not fair. There was no organization. Nobody knew where to go. Security was not in contact with other security. You had this management team overseeing this, but they weren't really they weren't having conversations with the security already established at the hotel. There was no communication between hotel staff and security. Hotel staff was overrun with teenagers just running wild in the corridors, out on the patios. It was a mess. Not enough security. Once again, I just kind of mentioned this, but yeah, the Good Times Management Company grossly underestimated how much security they needed. You got thousands of kids standing outside. You've got kids in the ballroom. You've got kids in the merch room. You've got kids shuffled into these rooms where they don't even know. They're like, well, I guess I've pre-registered. Now what? At the end of the day, y'all trusted this girl to plan a full-size fan convention. I get it. She's a star. She's a draw. She's a moneymaker. But let's learn from this, guys. Let's learn from this. Just because you have followers, you are not omnipotent. You are not all-knowing. You can't just... and it's done. Let's remember that in order for us to succeed, you got to communicate. You've got to be willing to network. You've got to be willing to be open and honest and communicate with people. You just have to. And I think that was a big issue with this, was there was not enough time and not enough communication. What do y'all think led to the downfall of TanaCon? Let me know. Again, as a creator, I wanted to get a little more in depth with it, so here we are. But let me know what you think. Was it just gross arrogance on her part? Was it gross mismanagement on everyone's part? Talk to me. Tell me what you think. As always, all of my social media links are in the description box below, as are my coupon codes. Shop, save money. It's on me. Think about supporting me on Patreon. I rock the party, rock the party. And for only $1 a month, you can help rock the party, rock the party. And if not, you can always make a 1-time, 2-time, 500-time donation via PayPal. That info is in the description box as well. All images and information used for this piece were gleaned from Polygon, so all credit and all photos do belong to them. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.